For almost 2 decades at Fox 32 News, Larry Yellen has told compelling stories with integrity and emotion and with a mustache. Well, 3 years ago, the mustache disappeared. But if you think that's the only hair that Larry's lost over the years, take another look. Here's Larry at Northwestern Law School, where he met his lovely wife, Sue. They've been blessed with a wonderful daughter, Maggie. After law school, Larry spent 2 years with the Muskegon Chronicle. Then it was off to Washington, D.C. with the Better Government Association, where he partnered with Bruce Ingersoll of the Chicago Sun-Times to win National Reporting Awards. He returned to Chicago as an investigator for Channel 7 investigative reporter Roberta Baskin. His only on-air appearances involved undercover work. Remember this? The time the DEA agents mistook him for a drug dealer?
Get your hands up right now.
Okay.
Come on out.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Open up, bud.
I'm coming out.
We're going to open up.
I'm coming out. Hands are up.
Come on out.
Hands are up.
Now, let's go. Today, underground.
Eventually, he made his TV debut on a Sunday morning talk show.
Also joining Mike this morning will be Larry Yellen, Channel 7's managing editor for political coverage.
Later, working with reporter Chuck Gowdy, Larry uncovered the documents which cleared Cardinal Joseph Bernardine of sex abuse allegations. The story landed him a job at Fox, where one of his first investigations made national headlines, revealing how many children were getting burned by hot drinks from fast food chains.
Effective today, we are removing hot chocolate for the time being in all Wendy's across the United States.
Other Yellen investigations led to a recall of over 1 million minivans.
But sometimes the bolt that connects the rod to the van itself can just snap off without any warning at all.
And they exposed the dangers at rock concerts.
The moshing pits at the Vic Theater can be just as rough, as I found out when I was staggered by a forearm smash to the head.
He investigated claims that dogs could become uncontrollable killers.
Go ahead, give it a try. Give it a try. That's the 7-year-old grandfather of the dog that killed Diane Whipple, taking a run at me.
Then, when O.J. Simpson became a national obsession, Larry added the title of legal analyst, one of the few in the country to correctly predict the jury's verdict.
What do I think?
Yeah.
I tell you, I think he's going to be acquitted, and I'll give you the details when we come right back.
I think he's going to be found guilty.
After O.J., he spent weeks in Florida covering the court battles during the Bush-Gore recount.
How do you assess your chances before the Supreme Court here?
One of the things I've learned in 35 years of practice is you do not project or predict what a court's going to do.
And a year later, on the morning of 9/11, with airports all shut down, he and a cameraman took off for Washington in a car. They stayed for 2 weeks. He covered Governors George Ryan and Rod Blagojevich going to prison. He confronted white supremacists, and he tracked down a suspected killer, prominent Chicago attorney Dean Olds, in Southern California.
You get out of here, and if I ever see you again, there's going to be big trouble.
Larry credits his late father, Morris, and his mother, Dorothy, with giving him an eye for good news stories. Living in North suburban Waukegan, they kept close tabs on local news, and they made sure Larry did too. They also helped him secure a Chick Evans scholarship for college, and they've encouraged him to protect the rights of the disadvantaged.
We noticed that you were using a handicapped placard to park your car downtown. Do you have a disability?
Check it out.
His investigations sometimes took him abroad, exposing sweatshops in Guatemala or giving a voice to displaced refugees during the war in Kosovo.
Prisoners, maybe, but prisoners who at their age aren't yet burdened by the magnitude of this tragedy. How do you say, what is your name? Sichuhenes.
Yeah.
Sichuhenes.
Fatluma.
Fatluma? Sichuhenes.
Marigona.
Marigold. Marigona. Sichuhenes.
Valentina.
Valentina.
Margentina? Valentina? Sichu Ingis.
Uga.
Uga? Uga.
Then, 4 years ago, he added yet another title at Fox.
Aaron. Hey, George. What are you doing here? Anchoring. Anchoring the weekend news. Gonna anchor it. Hey. Way to go.
While anchoring, he's managed to land important interviews.
You were out buying $4,000 suits. At the same time, you were claiming you didn't have enough money to put your kids through college. It seems you have a record of talking out of both sides of your mouth. And now you're saying, trust me, there's something on those tapes that'll help me.
Well, what you just talked about, both of those things are not crimes. And
I didn't say they were crimes,
okay, so,
but I'm just saying, should we
me
trust your promise that there's something on those tapes?
And he has fronted some of the biggest stories of the last decade.
And we want to repeat now the breaking news that we are following from the White House. Osama bin Laden is dead.
But there is one moment that has been seen by more viewers worldwide than anything else he's done. The moment when he hit the wall.
I really thought I was going to get the big scoop, and I'm walking and I'm talking, and all of a sudden I hit the wall. I feel the pain when I see it again. I haven't seen it in a while.
You do? Let's see that again in slow-mo. I want to see that again. Walking. Oh, my.
Larry, I love working with you, and I affectionately call you my news husband. Welcome to the Silver Circle.